Greetings and blessings. Hope you're doing well. This is Pastor Hector Quinones going over book number 4 for side by side. This is book number 4. We're going to be starting with chapter number 1. We are going to be reviewing this whole book. I would like to remind you that in order to be able to complete this book properly, you must have completed book number 1, book number 2, book number 3. Workbook 1, workbook 2, workbook 3. Because you will notice that the chapters, they're long, but they also do not have that much new information. The information that will be shared is to learn different verb tenses. And as you do that, you can put it into practice. So there's going to be a lot of time that you're going to spend yourself completing the work. So this is where I need you to make sure you do the work when you connect to class, or when you come to class in person, then we'll be able to go over it. Or if you send it to me online, that will work as well. All right, so let's start. We're going to be starting book number 4, reviewing present perfect tense. We're going to be looking at present perfect continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. And we're going to do that by practicing and reviewing how to describing actions that have occurred, describing actions that haven't occurred, also discussing duration of activity, and discussing things people had done. Now, let's just look here really quickly. A few key words that you have to remember are very key. Okay, haven't, had, discussing. So just by looking at those words, it tells you what type of verb tense we're going to be talking about. So let's continue. For the vocabulary, please repeat after me. Number 1, take inventory. Number 2, write or report. 3, speak to the boss. 4, go to the bank. Eat lunch. Give out the paychecks. Set up the meeting. See the personal officer. That's how many of us want to say it, but let me show you something. This word here, it's personal. This is not the word. This is pronounced personnel. Why is it so different? It looks so similar. All right, so again, personnel. This one here is personal. So don't say this one. You say personal. Here we go. Number 9, get gas. Drive to the gym. Swim. Do sit-ups. Now, please repeat after me. Make sure you say it in the right timing, okay? So we're going to say things I've done today. Remember, I've, heave and lift. I've taken inventory. I've written a report. I've spoken to the boss. I've gone to the bank. I've eaten lunch. I've given out the paychecks. I've set up the meeting room. I've seen the personnel officer. I've gotten gas. I've driven to the gym. I've swum. I've done sit-ups. Please repeat after me. I've sung many years. When you're pronouncing this, make sure that you don't forget this sound. I've. So let's do this one practice. I have eaten. I've eaten. We have eaten. We've eaten. You have eaten. You've eaten. They have eaten. They've eaten. He has eaten. He's eaten. She has eaten. She's eaten. It has eaten. It's eaten. So this is what I was referring to. We're going to go over one or two examples, and then you are on your own. Number one, can you sing? Yes, I've sung for many years. So here we're going to ask the question. Here we go. Can you swim? Yes, I've swum for many years. This would be number one. Number two, draw pictures. Can you draw pictures? Then you proceed to answer. Now this is on you, so please make sure you complete the exercises. I will stop. If you have to take a picture, click. For those of you that don't have the book, click. Please repeat after me. Have I eaten? Have we eaten? Have you eaten? Have they eaten? Has he eaten? Has she eaten? Has it eaten? Yes, I have. Yes, we have. Yes, you have. Yes, they have. Yes, he has. Yes, she has. Yes, it has. Take a picture of this as we move down. And let's look at the example, and then you're going to have to complete your own exercises. Have you eaten lunch yet? Yes, I have. I ate lunch a while ago. So here is what we have. We have the action, right? We have the verb. This is in the infinitive form, and then we're going to use the past, and then we're looking at the participle. So let's make sure that we use the proper ones. Please pay attention when you see the word have, and don't forget that that is the third column of the verbs, right? We have present, past tense, and the past participle. The perfect tense. Depending on how you study it, it might have a different name. But in Spanish, it will be the hado and the ido. He comprado, he bebido, he dormido. And number two, has Tina written her composition yet? Yes, she has. She wrote her composition a while ago. When you do this exercise, please remember, you must have two sentences here in the bottom. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So make sure you take a picture, continue, and please complete this exercise. Take a picture. Take a picture. All right, this is what we already discussed. We already repeated this. We already did this. Let's review this other section at the end. Please repeat after me. I haven't eaten. We haven't eaten. You haven't eaten. They haven't eaten. He hasn't eaten. She hasn't eaten. It hasn't eaten. Remember, this stands for has not. This stands for have not. Haven't is used for I, we, you, they. He is used for, hasn't is used for he, she, and it. Also remember, I don't really usually tell you to memorize things. However, anytime you see the blue boxes, you have to learn that and you have to remember it. Okay? Let's continue on. Have you given blood recently? No, I haven't. I haven't given blood in a long time. Again, this is very similar to the prior example. The only difference is that now we are using negatives. Has your father gone fishing recently? No, he hasn't. He hasn't gone fishing in a long time. Okay. Please take a picture so you can complete the examples. And here you go. Take a picture, complete them, and we'll be looking at them later. Be very careful when you're doing this verb here, the verb to be. Remember the difference between was and were, singular and plural. Okay? Be careful when you're doing have and had. Remember what happens with some irregular verbs, tenses. Take a picture if you need this one. Next page. And we're talking about how long, the difference between for and since. So we say, repeat after me, for 5 years, for a week, for a long time, for many years, since 5 o'clock, since last week, since 2001, since he started college. I'm going to do this in case it helps. Por 5 años, por una semana, por un largo tiempo, por muchos años. Desde las 5, desde la semana pasada, desde el 2001, desde que él comenzó la escuela. Not always just going to be por and desde. There's other words that could be used, but this at least helps you somewhat. So, how long have you known how to water ski? I've known how to water ski for many years. Please don't forget to make sure you say that portion there, okay? Don't forget that. How long has Alexander been a vegetarian? He's been a vegetarian since he started college. Take a picture. Don't forget to take pictures if you don't have a book, okay? Click, click. Please complete the exercises. Remember, these are all review exercises. We already did all of this information. This is to test if you remember the verb tenses and how to properly conjugate. Also, I want to remind you when you are doing this, yes, you have to do it exactly like this. So you have to have one question, one answer. One question, one answer. You can't just have one answer and that's it. You have to write the question and the answer. You have to follow the exercise. Please don't forget. I know it's tiring, but the repetition is going to help you to memorize it. Then you're going to be completing this reading. A very busy day at the office. Please take a picture. Click, click. And then you're going to complete the reading checkup, where you're going to create your own dialogues based on whatever is stated on the story. For example, here it says, she hasn't read the manager's memo about recycling. You can ask the question, Allison, have you read the manager's memo about recycling? And the answer will be, no, I haven't. Next, we're going to do the listening exercise. For the listening exercise, you have to listen to the story that I'm going to read to you. And then you're going to identify the things on the list that Carl has already done. Now remember, the key words here, you have to pay attention, are these words here. Has already done. Do you remember what they all stand for? Has already done. Already, how do you say already in Spanish? Ya. Ya ha hecho. Okay? Let's go. So listen carefully, please. Carl is going to have a party at his apartment this Saturday night. This is the list of things that Carl needs to do when getting ready for the party. Carl has already gone to the supermarket. He hasn't cleaned the apartment yet. He also hasn't gotten balloons at the party store. He's bought some new dance music at his favorite CD store. He hasn't hung up the decorations yet. He also hasn't made the food. He has told the neighbors about the party so they won't be surprised when they hear the noise. He'll give the dog a bath a few hours before the party begins. So now I ask you, what has Carl already done? Please make sure that you write the answers by checking the boxes. So, as you look, we have here, starting again, we'll review. It says here, Carl has already gone to the supermarket. It says here, he has not cleaned. So that didn't happen yet. He also has not gotten balloons. He has bought some music. He also hasn't hung up any new decorations, not yet. He also has not made the food. He has told the neighbors about the party, and he'll give the dog. That's a tricky one they threw in there, because we have said he hasn't, and then he will. That means it didn't happen yet. So those are the only ones. Hopefully you got the correct answers. Let's continue. They've been dancing for 10 hours. Please repeat after me. I have been working. I've been working. We have been working. We've been working. You have been working. You've been working. They have been working. They've been working. He has been working. He's been working. She has been working. She's been working. He has been working. It's been working. Let's look at the example. Make sure you take a picture of this so you can complete it. How long have your friends been dancing? They've been dancing for 10 hours. So now, using this example, you're going to complete the rest. Please take a picture and complete the exercises. All right, what have they been doing? So I'm not going to keep repeating them all, so you can practice yourself. But just want to remind you, we have the full words, and then here we have the contractions. Here we have the third column, which is the participle, and here we have the same exact thing. So please take a picture. You're supposed to already know that here, all of it. You're supposed to know how to conjugate the verb right in different tenses. Please take a picture of this. Now, when you're going to complete this exercise, notice we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to have 6 entries for every single one. So please make sure you complete them all because this is a full conversation. Here we go. Cynthia looks tired. What has she been doing? She's been taking orders. How many orders has she taken? She's taken more than 100. Wow, that's a lot of orders. That's right. She's never taken that many orders before. So just pay attention to something. Look over here. Has she has been, right? Has she has taken, she has never. So you're going to see the continuation. So make sure that yours follows the same pattern. Please take a picture and you'll be able to complete each and every one of these exercises. Take a picture. And one last picture. Please repeat after me. How to say it. This is expressing surprise. Repeat after me. Wow. Gee. Boy. You're kidding. Está bromeando. That's incredible. That's amazing. That's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Now, this is something that you could do at home where you can interview a family member, not another student, because we are virtual right now. When we are in class, maybe we could do it. But please interview someone from your home and ask them these questions. And practice how you ask the question, how you listen to the answer, and how you can answer accordingly. They had done that before. Please repeat after me. I had eaten. He had eaten. She had eaten. It had eaten. We had eaten. You had eaten. They had eaten. Did Andrew eat lunch at Burger Town yesterday? Let me say it again. I said Brown. I'm sorry. Did Andrew eat lunch at Burger Town yesterday? No, he didn't. No, he didn't want to. He had eaten lunch at Burger Town the day before. So look at this. In English, you usually don't do this. You usually don't have a double negative. No, no lo hizo, o no lo quiso hacer. Usually you just say he didn't want to or no. But it's very common when you're speaking to say no, no, he didn't want to. Okay? So, but look at the period. No, he didn't want to. He had eaten lunch before. So you need to have 3 different portions, 3 different sentences, 3 different parts when you're answering the question for this exercise. So please make sure you complete that. Please take a picture. Follow the example and make sure you complete it. Make sure you do every single exercise. He had already begun. Okay. Repeat after me. Did Alan get to the movie on time? No, he didn't. By the time he got to the movie, he had already begun. Please take this example and connect it to all of the exercises. Take a picture and complete it, please. Thank you. They have been going out for a long time. Repeat after me. I had been working. He had been working. She had been working. He had been working. We had been working. You had been working. They had been working. Is it true that Dave and his girlfriend broke up? Yes, it is. I'm sorry to hear that. How long had they been going out? They had been going out for a long time. So let's look at the key words here again. How long had they been? The answer, they had been. We're going to use the ing in the answer as well. So make sure that you follow that example when you are continuing to complete this exercise. Take a picture. Picture 1 through 4. And the second section. Please complete this reading. Remember, one of the reasons why I like this book is because in the book, they use vocabulary that you already know, and they throw 1 or 2 words here and there that you don't know. So you should be able to do this at home. You should be able to, number 1, read out loud. And you should be able to translate. You should be able to read it in English, and then you should be able to read it all in Spanish. Translate it using the proper words. So please make sure you do both things at home. So take a picture for those that don't have it. And then, based on the reading, you're going to check to see if this is correct or not. Now, you have your side-by-side journal. You are supposed to complete this section. You have to write in your journal about something that you had worked hard to prepare for, and then answer those questions. So please make sure you complete that. All right, pronunciation, please repeat after me. This is for have, has, and had. Okay. How long have you been married? How long has he owned his car? How long had he been rehearsing for it? How long have we been waiting? How long has she been sick? How long have they been living there? And remember, you have to remember all of this, the different perfect tenses, whether present or present perfect, continuous tense or past perfect. You have to learn it all. I'm not going to repeat it because we already repeated it and practiced it. But I do want to take a moment to review the key vocabulary. Please repeat it after me. You should do this over and over and over. Record it, listen to the video, or record it in your phone and listen to the audio. Please repeat after me. Be, was, were, been. You need to know it just like that. Be, was, were, been. Next, begin, began, begun. So say it right after me, okay? Blow, blew, blown. Do, did, done. Draw, drew, drawn. Drive, drove, driven. Eat, ate, eaten. Fall, fell, fallen. Fly, flew, flown. Get, got, gotten. Give, gave, given. Go, went, gone. Grow, grew, grown. Know, knew, known. Ride, rode, ridden. Run, ran, run. See, saw, seen. Set, set, set. Sing, sang, song. Speak, spoke, spoken. Swim, swam, swum. Take, took, taken. Wear, wore, worn. Write, wrote, written. Good job, everyone. Make sure you study. Go to side by side workbook number 4 and please complete chapter 1. Have a blessed day. See you next time.